Sex tech, future of intimacy? The removal of Roe v. Wade. This reality, which is taking place right in front of our own eyes, is difficult to completely comprehend. It is certain that this development has significant repercussions for the lives of Americans in and outside of the bedroom. A significant blow has been delivered to the sexual relationships of fertile Americans, but sex technology is poised and ready to pick up the pieces and fill in the gaps. As the risks associated with intimate relationships continue to rise, sex technology is rapidly becoming strong competition for human sex partners. Because of this, I am aware of the significance that sex plays in intimate relationships. One thing that sets intimate relationships apart from others is sex. There is no other kind of connection quite like it. People who want to enhance their sexual life are prepared to put in endless hours of work and hundreds, if not thousands, of money into treatment. After all, the sexual act is the most personal interaction that can take place between two individuals. It is a fundamental method in which we may both offer and receive love. It gives us the sensation of being vibrant and alive, which are moments that help make life worthwhile to live. The majority of heterosexual couples agree that penile-vaginal intercourse is an essential component of their closeness. A sexual relationship may be shockingly frail in spite of the fact that it is quite important. I've seen it shown time and time again that the quality of a person's sex life may be negatively influenced by anything that happens to them, and that includes the smallest things. This is due to the fact that during sex we are at our most exposed state. We are not concealing ourselves behind a public identity, a wall of protection from our feelings, or even the safety of our garments. To this extent, intimacy is a complex, nuanced response to the events and conditions of life. The implications of Roe v. Wade's overturning. As a consequence of this, the reduction or elimination of access to abortion services in many jurisdictions constitutes a significant barrier to human connection. It is now possible for penile-vaginal intercourse to rewrite a person's whole existence, removing a woman's autonomy over both her body and her destiny. Even if it were the most exhilarating act of intercourse imaginable, the majority of people would agree that it is not worth that. In point of fact, I have a hunch that the vast majority of people do not believe that a single exhilarating act of intercourse is even somewhat deserving of the whole transformation of a single year in their life. To add insult to injury, the majority of sexual encounters are not in the least bit euphoric, and at times they may even be dull. Therefore, the true trade that takes place between a fertile woman and her partner in today's society is more likely to consist of swapping a penile-vaginal act of intercourse that isn't particularly noteworthy for an unwanted pregnancy and a complete rewrite of their future. This conversation is perfect for those who have always dreamed of starting their own family. However, given that the vast majority of sexual encounters take place between partners who are not actively trying to conceive, a lot of people, regardless of the sex that they were born with, will come to the conclusion that it is simply not worth the potential consequences to engage in sexual activity. It is 100% risk-free and safe to use sex technology. Here comes sex technology, which is well positioned to pick up the pieces. In many cases, sex technology is exactly what the patient, or in this instance, the judge, requires. Sex technology is designed to gratify users regardless of the anatomy of their sexual organs. All of these options, high-tech vibrators that can excite genitalia of any shape or size, intense and realistic virtual reality porn, avatar sex on simulation sites, and apps that support any type of sexting interest, are risk-free, safe, and extremely stimulating, and most importantly, they do not result in any complications the next morning. This can seem to be overstating things at first glance. Even though sexual technology has been available for some time, most individuals still choose to have sexual encounters with other people. However, the development of new sex technologies promises to provide even more satisfying results. When you combine this with the rapid intensification of the hazards associated with intercourse, we are witnesses to a stake being driven right into the center of human relationship. Researchers are already seeing alterations, downturns, in the personal lives of individuals. People of all ages are reporting having fewer sexual encounters than they did several decades ago. Fewer individuals are dating without a commitment. More and more people of all ages are spending less time with one another and more time with their various electronic gadgets. I am not aware of any studies that suggests the sexual lives of individuals are becoming better. Intimacy with a human partner is already giving way to a more comfortable level of familiarity with technology. As a result of the Supreme Court's decision in Roe v. Wade, the dangers that have always been present in traditional sexual encounters have been magnified by an order of magnitude. As a result, the promise that sex technology makes of providing safe, risk-free, and intense sexual gratification becomes even more compelling. You will always retain control over both your body and your life if you engage in sexual activity aided by technology. It seems really clear to me. A few months ago, when abortion was still considered a human right in the United States, sex technology presented us with options to enrich our personal relationships, amplify our enjoyment, and create unique sexual encounters. Those rights have now been removed. Today, sex technology may be much more for many individuals throughout the United States, giving benefits that human partners are unable to provide. It's possible that the only way to get ecstasy without the associated risks is to use sex technology today.